time tonight for the latest in our series Streamlined, where we bring you some of the biggest films and TV series hitting screens worldwide, speaking with some of the actors and creators behind them. The beloved adult animation series King of the Hill is returning to fans' delight after 15 years for season 14. Set in the fictional town of Arlen, Texas, the original series followed the life of Hank Hill, a seller of propane, his wife Peggy, and their son Bobby. Now in the revival, Hank and Pam are empty nesters, and Bobby is an adult navigating life in a new town. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Bobby Hill, executive chef of Robota Chain. As the hardest working Japanese-German hibachi jockey in Dallas, I have what it takes to be the next king of the grill.
And joining us now, the voice of Bobby, Pamela Adlon. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
As you know, fans are thrilled King of the Hill is back. What was your initial reaction when you heard we're going to bring this thing back?
Too good to be true. One of those things that, you know, somebody floats a rumor over the past 15 years and you're like, okay, I'll believe it when I see it. And it's rare air when everything can come together in that way. And honestly, it's not just for the sake of doing a revival. It's hitting right where the sweet spot is of the show, which is like the good vintage stuff that people want to see, and a new, fresh kind of spin on the characters by making them a little bit older. And the characters that we know and love are their own fish out of water coming back to their hometown. So
Bobby Hill is now in his 20s. He's a chef. It's a big jump from when we last knew him as a younger man. Give us a sense of that transition now that he's an adult.
Well, I guess for the first 8 seasons, Bobby was 12. And then until season 13, he was 13. So that was a huge jump. And now he's 21. He's working in the service industry. He's a chef, and his friends go to college, and he feels a little left out in that respect. But he's really like working hard, and he's got that work ethic that his father instilled in him, and that creative that his mother instilled in him. And he's still got all of that outside juice that he brought to his family.
So after years of selling propane in Saudi Arabia, Hank and Peggy are now retired. They're back in Arlen, Texas. Give us a sense of how the town has changed since they were last there.
Well, I think it would be the same for all of us if we went away for 15 years and came back to the same place. But them going to another continent or the other side of the world in a town that was built to resemble, an all-American town is kind of a great device, but it's a very grounded, real way to drop us in to that world that we all know and love so well.
And the show has always been praised for its authentic approach to portraying Texas culture.
Yeah.
What is it that you think you guys have gotten so right that people say, yeah, that's pretty accurate?
Well, it's funny because you would think that it would just be people, American Southerners who would be so into this show, but really there's no demographic for this show, and it surprises me constantly because it's about a family, it's about, the day-to-day struggle, and it's about, the aspirational middle that we all want to get back to because everything is just so very extreme. And the show has never been political, even though it's set in the American South. And it's just observational and gentle and sweet, but it's got an edge and it's really funny.
Pamela, we thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
Really appreciate it. Want to let our viewers know season 14 of King of the Hill is now streaming on Hulu.